Folks, mortgage delinquencies are way up. That's how we're going to start the year off. We're going to talk about that and then get into the latest home prices and insights for the City of Toronto for week ending January the 1st, 2025. Mortgage delinquencies are way up. That's a fact. It's not a prediction. It's a fact. And the end result of mortgage delinquencies is power of sale. And 2024 versus 2023, power of sales are up 74%, 2024 versus 2023. That's the state of the economy right now. That's where we're at. Again, mortgage delinquencies are way up. And when we talk about power of sales and homes being sold under power of sales, lots of people on the buyer side of things see that as an opportunity. I work with buyers and sellers every day as a realtor. And I can tell you, working with buyers, I have access to power of sales that are listed on the MLS. And whenever a property that's listed under power of sale fits my clients, my buyer clients' criteria, it's on the list of showings for that day. And we show them. And when I tell my clients in advance, oh, this property is power of sale, they get excited. They're a bit more motivated about that property because it's almost always priced lower than what the other homes in that area are priced at. So my clients feel we're going to get a deal. That's what's on their mind. And we go see the property, and I can tell you, this is my personal experience. 9.5 times out of 10, 9.7 times out of 10. The power of sale property is not the property we end up buying. It doesn't work out for all sorts of different reasons. It's priced lower than the other properties. That's true. But there's a reason it's priced lower. One of them could be the condition. A lot of these power of sale properties are not in the greatest condition. And the fact that it comes with no warranties whatsoever. You're buying it as is, where is, no recourse if there's something wrong or bad happening with the property. My clients are often end users, and that scenario doesn't suit them. So yes, they can maybe get it a bit lower than other properties in the area, but they're very uncomfortable with that, buying in that kind of an environment or that kind of situation. So it's not often the property that would appeal to them, even though at first that's what's on their mind. It's like, oh yeah, maybe we can get a deal on this. It doesn't end up being. You are paying for your deal. So that's from a buyer perspective so far when I've been talking about power of sale. But as a realtor, I speak to a lot of different people all day long. And the fact that I'm a realtor, the conversation somehow, some way, as soon as they find out I'm a realtor, leans towards real estate. And not that I'm pushing it that way. That's just real estate is something everybody likes to talk about. And so lots of these people are feeling, there's lots of homeowners out there today feeling a financial pinch. It's tough for a lot of people out there. And the mortgage renewals coming up this year, there's thousands of mortgage renewals. These are people that locked in fixed 5 years ago to renewing this year in 2025 their mortgage, and they know that their interest rate on the renewal is going to be much higher, significantly higher than what they locked in at 5 years ago. So this is what's on their mind. If you're in this scenario, this should be on your mind. Like, you should know. It should not be a surprise to you that your renewal, first of all, is coming up this year. And it should not be a surprise that the interest rate you're going to renew in at is much higher. And as default, your monthly payments are going to be much higher. So in conversation with a lot of these people that are in this scenario, they're coming up with solutions. A lot of the people I've been speaking with, one solution was, and I've heard it multiple times, they're getting rid of their car, either their first car. or their second car. Because of their work environment, they could work from home or they could use public transportation. They're looking at this, the option of putting their home on the market, selling it. Power of sale is absolutely not an option, but they do want to keep their home. So in getting rid of a car, they're telling me, if it's a newer car, do the math. If it's a newer car and it's financed, you look at insurance, you look at gas, you look at maintenance, that's easily over $1,000 a month. Well, that's more than cover in most cases the increased monthly payment in what their mortgage renewal would be at. So people are finding solutions. People I'm speaking with are finding solutions. Those that can't, yeah, well, we know there's many that can't, and that's why power of sales are way up. That's why mortgage delinquencies are way up. But there are lots of people finding solutions out there. Look, folks, as we start 2025, there's a lot of talk about mortgage delinquencies, power of sales. I'm not saying that situation's going to get better this year or get worse. I'm just giving you my perspective working with real people, buyers, sellers, and homeowners. Whatever happens, we'll report it here. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. If you want to speak with me about your real estate situation, selling, buying, it's really simple. There's a link up here, another one below this video in the description. Click on that, book a time that's convenient for you, and we'll talk about whatever's on your mind. Now, let's get into the numbers. Folks, welcome back. It's 2025. Let's start with a power of sales chart. So we got the whole year completed. The orange, that's for 2024. The blue, that's for 2023. Just a quick comparison, a simple comparison. These are power of sales listed across the GTA for all home types. And when we compare 2023 to 2024, we're up. 2024, 467 more power of sales versus 2023. That is a 74% increase. And when we look month by month, virtually every month except for March, where it's the same power of sales, virtually for 2024, we were higher versus the previous year. And when we look at the two highest months, October and November, that was also the two highest months for 2023. I don't know if that's a thing. I've not looked back to see if, generally speaking, do we see more power of sales in October and November? I don't know, but for these 2 years, 2024, 2023, that's how it's looking. Let's get into our regular programming. So this market report is for the City of Toronto only. We will be looking at detached properties, towns, and semi-detached properties for week ending January the 1st, 2025. But folks, it's January the 1st. The previous couple of weeks were over the holiday season. The current week, week ending January the 1st. I mean, it's holiday season. And the next week or two is still in the first few weeks of starting the new year. Don't take these numbers so seriously. I'm showing them to you. I will go through them, but don't take them as, wow, that's the market now. It's holiday season numbers. They don't necessarily equate to being, that's the market and that's how it's going to be moving forward. So let's get started. For week ending January the 1st, 2025, 19 detached properties were sold across the City of Toronto. Sales were coming down. That's very, very typical. When the fall market starts, which is here, September, sales tend to go up and then they tend to come down headed towards the end of the year. So 19 were sold. 5 of those were at $2 million or more. Average sold price, it's up there at $1,668,000. But remember what I said, don't take these numbers so seriously. I'm going to keep repeating that throughout this show and all the other shows that I'm doing over the next couple of weeks. So these last couple of weeks, average sold price seemed to have been trending down before headed into the last couple of weeks. Compared to last year, 1668 is 12% higher. The average sold price we said is 12% higher. The median price is 4% higher. The dotted line, that's a 4-week moving average. It was kind of flat for a while, but headed into December, we started to see it slope down a little bit. 21% of those only 19 sales sold at list price or more. Listings, way down. This is normal. Fewer sellers. I mean, think about it. If you're a seller, does it make sense you come on to the market in December 25th, 26th, 27th? Does it make sense you come on to the market between December 25th and January 1st? A lot of sellers would choose not to. And so those sellers are waiting for the first few weeks of January, February, or headed, into the spring market. So 35 though did choose to come onto the market. Active listings going way down, which is very typical. Lots of listings will expire at the end of the year. They will be, a good majority of those will be relisted in the new year. Months of inventory, 13.4. These are holiday numbers. They don't make a lot of sense. So don't put too much stock into the fact that it's 13.4 months of inventory. When we look back at the fall season, no, months of inventory was on its own creeping up. Right now at 5.5, even 13.4, extremely exaggerated. Here's the city broken down into 9 different sections. Most areas I have on the map here, 3 sales, 2 sales for week ending January the 1st. Scarborough had 5 properties sold, 5 detached properties sold. The busiest section of the GTA, of the city of Toronto was Scarborough with 5 sales. Semi-detached, again, sales trending down all the way to the end of the year. 8 semi-detached properties were sold. 1 of those was at 1.5 million or more. Average sold price is $1,084,000. $1,084,000 is 8% higher than where we were this time a year ago. The median price is 1% lower. Months of inventory, way up there at 6.5, but that's not indicative where the market actually is. Let it wake up over the next few weeks. Townhouses, these are freehold townhouses, 0. No townhouses were sold in the city of Toronto for week ending January the 1st, which makes a lot of other numbers irrelevant. There's no average sold price. There's no median price. There's no months of inventory that we could calculate with 0 sales. But before that, we were hovering in the mid 2-point-something months of inventory for townhouses. Here's a quick summary. Again, townhouses, months of inventory is not applicable. If we, take these numbers, well, look, you're putting your stock in a time of year where the volume's not there, the sales not there. Over the next couple of weeks, that'll play itself out. And, usually come mid-January, end of January, we really start to kind of see more of a realistic market. Thanks for watching. Wishing 2025 is your best year ever. Happy New Year. Looking forward to seeing you every week.